everyone to this tutorial. This is based off of one of the workshops I did during Maker Week this year, earlier this quarter. So what I did was it's a basic SolidWorks design workshop where I show how to use a sketch of a lightsaber, a design of a lightsaber to create it here in SolidWorks. And then you can 3D print it. You can use it in VR, whatever you want to use the model for. But anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to first, I have a new part right here. That's what I used for to start sketching. Over here, you have your sketch area, your features, which is what we're going to be using a lot today. So, want to go to sketch, hit sketch. It should bring up these planes. Use the front plane, and that kind of like creates your canvas where you're gonna start sketching. That's your sketch right here. We're gonna use this one to begin. Let's see. And I want to import a reference image, so I want to go to tools. If you don't see this, just hover up here, go to tools. Go to I think it's sketch tools. Where is it? Sketch tools. And then sketch picture. Lightsaber, I have this one. Low resolution. And let's see. It should be good. So you can see it's just the image that I had. Um, I'm just rotating it around. But let me see. Looks good. That's this one. Let me import this again. I do not want it to be like that. So I just Control Z. And again, I'm just gonna go to sketch. I'll use the front plane, and then I'm going to go again to the top, tools, sketch tools, uh, sketch picture. This one, I clicked low resolution. I don't need high resolution for this. And then I can, let me see. It's pretty large, so you can size it to whatever you need it to be. Uh, What's the size of the lightsaber? Sorry, I'm looking at my reference. So, anywhere between 278 and above. It depends. 278, like around there. And then you can go bigger if you want to make it bigger. That's up to you. Uh, I'm just typing it on the left. And then that should be the size that I want to start sketching on. So I can actually just go to 80. That might be me a little better. So I'm just typing in 280, and then you can adjust the size later if you want to. Let's see. Actually, let me go 285. I might make it 285. A little bigger. Okay. Yeah, and here you can adjust it too if you wanted to manually adjust it. It's up to you it's your lightsaber. So once you're done, hit this check. So now you have this guy. Now we want to create another sketch. Let's see. Oh, I'm still in that current sketch. So exit sketch. And now I want to, let me see. I guess you could have continued on that sketch. I'm just gonna create a new one. Uh, if you don't see the front plane, you can click it. Uh, and I should be, let me see. Should be good to go, I think. So let me see. Let me go to the sketch tab now. So now I'm going to control middle mouse to hover this around. So I'm using control middle mouse to do that. Then you can zoom in and out with the wheel. If you hover your mouse over a certain part of the object or the picture and zoom in and out, it'll zoom into that area. So I'm just going to zoom in so I can start highlighting it with this tool. So I'm going to pretty much just follow along, go up, left, And it does a pretty good job of like letting you know if you're straight or if you're a little off. You could zoom in more if you need to as well. And then I'm zooming out, zooming in, trying to stay within that line so I'm not at an angle. And I'm just zooming in and out. Sorry, my lights keep turning off. I'm just gonna follow this pattern along. Up, left. And try to follow it as closely as possible. You don't have to be perfect, but if you want, yeah, you can take your time. I'm just rushing through it, so I'm not holding you up. It's a long, kind of tedious, boring process right now to just highlight everything. Let's see. You're almost done. Just a few more lines, and then I connect them. Let's see. And I'm not going all the way down. You could if you want, but I'm going to connect these, and I am good. So I'm gonna hit the check mark. Uh, so I'm good with that. Let's see. So now the sketch picture, I don't need it. You could keep it if you want to reference it still. Let me see. So that's the sketch that I want. So I'm gonna use the revolve tool. Let me see. It's under features, revolve. And I clicked on the wrong line. So you don't want line walks. So, let me zoom in. You want to click on that line, which is line 34. Uh, then you get this shape right here, and then you just hit that. And then you have over here on your design tree, the revolve that you just created. And it gets rid of the image for you, the reference image, so you're good. Um, so yeah, this is like the beginning of our lightsaber taking shape. Uh, so let's see. So you want to inspect your design, make sure that it's up to your standards. It has all the little pieces you want, the curves. And then to go back to that front view, just right click on the feature on your design tree and normal to, or you could use this guy over here. Um, it'll bring you back to that view in case you're ever like off view. So yeah, it looks good to me. So now, uh, let's see. We want to go to features. We are going to create another plane right here, so we could start sketching like a little pattern on the lightsaber. Let's see if I have. Yeah. So you could see that I 3D printed one already. Uh, we're gonna design these little guys right here. And this step is gonna be the same like if you wanted to do this piece right here or anything else if you wanted to add any buttons to your lightsaber or anything. That's how you with this next step you would create a plane around that area and then reference the geometry to start sketching it. So first we want to go to under features, reference geometry, which I forget where it is right now. Let me see. Under curves. No, right here. I'm sorry. Used to like other programs where it's a little easier to find these things, but yeah, reference geometry. So like if I click on that, you want to do plane. That way you can reference this guy right here, this plane right here. Uh, and then you want to move it. Let me see. Not letting me do reference. Not bad. Let me see. Think I selected the right one. Let me type in the number. Uh, we use for reference. It's plain interesting. Let me redo that again. So I have this. Let me see. Okay, let's see, features, reference geometry, plane. Oh, I see what I did. I shouldn't have clicked. Let me see. Let's do it again. Sorry. Uh, okay. So go to features, reference geometry, plane. That now before you do, I what I did was I left clicked before I can do anything here. So let's see. Fully defined face. Let's type in 25 millimeters. Oh, I want to go the opposite way, so -25. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, I have to flip. Okay. Uh, there you go. So have to flip it. Sorry, I'm thinking of Fusion where you have to type the negative for the number, but so yeah, basically what we did was we referenced this plane and we moved it over over to this area right here. Because that's where we're gonna start the sketch for this, or the little I don't know what they're called, with the little end pieces or side pieces of the uh end of the lightsaber. So once you do that, you can hit the check. And then let me see. You want to change the view? Uh we're gonna use this plane, this new plane, to sketch. That's what we're gonna do. That's why we created it. So let's go to sketch, create a sketch, and then did I click on it? Oh, control Z. Make control Z, I think. Yeah. Let's see, sketch. And I should be on that plane sketching right now. Plane one sketch. Yes. Okay. I made the mistake before where I thought I was and I wasn't. So, anyway, the next step is convert entities. So we are going to go to sketch. We want to refer kind of, it's like a project tool. If you use Fusion 360, we want to project this circle to this plane where we're drawing. So I was going to essentially draw another circle in here that we're going to use to sketch. So let's see, it's under sketch. Let me see, convert entities. So you can hover over it if you need to see what it does, and then just click this one. Let's see. Let me see. That should be it. Let's see. I selected it. Let me see. We hit the check. There you go. Sorry, I was expecting to see it as I was doing like a preview, but yeah, anyway, once you do that, you should project this circle here to this. So now we have that exact size circle that we're gonna use on this plane as we're sketching the pattern for that. Uh, so again, it was just under sketch and then convert entities. So if you're used to other programs, it's like just projecting, that's what they name it. So uh and I just clicked on the edge for the circle. So once we have that, we're almost there. Um Zoom in. I want to create another circle. Because if you notice, it's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of has a little round shape to it. So you want to create you can make it as big as you want. I think mine is like 6 millimeters. So I created another circle that's 6 millimeters apart from that circle we just made right now with the projection. And then I just drew the lines to create the pattern, and then use the revolve pattern feature to create that pattern around, and then you're almost done. So hang in there. It's a little tricky to get used to it. So now I want to go to sketch, and you want to use the circle tool, and then you want to click on the center, and then you can eyeball it too if you want. If not, you can use the one of the tools to adjust it. So let me see. I should have changed my view, but it's okay. I'm just gonna drop it there, change the view now. I'm gonna hold control middle button and then rotate it. So that's the circle that I just made. If you don't like the length of it, you can always I'll hit the check. You can always go to sketch and then smart dimension it, and then you can set the number that you want. Let's see. So sorry, it's kind of hard to, yeah, you don't want to select the wrong circle. So you could select this one to this one, and then you could tell it how what the distance is that you. Right now it's says it's 2.94. I could just do 5. That should be good. You can do whatever number you want, and there you go. So now it's 5 millimeters. You could do bigger if you want. But just make sure, let me zoom out and then zoom back in. Yeah. Hit the check marks if you're happy. Just make sure you hover around to make sure that you're actually drawing on that plane. Because I made the mistakes of yeah, I thought I was in this view, so I couldn't tell, and I thought I was and I wasn't, so it just caused a lot of issues. But anyway, if you want to go to this view, you can just really, this will take you, yeah, back to this view. So the highlighted, the blue, this one and this one is your two circles that we're gonna draw that pattern, the little pattern right here. And it's pretty basic. It's just you're just drawing a line that way and a line that way to create it. So let me see. And it's just oh yeah, you want to create a center line too. I'm like looking at my notes. So let me see. The center line is just gonna help you know where the center is so it's even. If you don't create that, you might be a little off on one of them. As you can tell, that mine's are pretty even. So let's create that center line on the top. So I'm just gonna draw like right here to here. So I'll go back to sketch. And then if you do the drop down, you could do a center line. And then that's the center here. I'm gonna go down to here, and that creates that center line. Hit escape. So now I have that center line that's gonna help guide me through the sketch. Uh, let's see. So now all I have to do is draw like a line here and a line here. Um, let's see. And then you could create the distance between the lines to align it a little bit better. So I'll show you how to do that right now. It's the same way that I created the distance between this and this. But yeah, let's start with the line tool. So go to sketch, line, and you can just draw it. You don't have to add the dimensions right now. Let me see. I'm just looking at my notes. So I'm gonna draw it from here to here. Make sure it connects to the proper line, and then I'll hit escape, and then I'll do another one here. Oops, I think I might have gone back to the circle. So let's see. Go back to sketch. And click on it here to here, and hit enter. Escape. Okay, so now I have that. Let me make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I'm in that plane. There you go. So now I want to adjust the lines. So let me see. I'm gonna use the smart dimension tool. But let me get back in that front view so that we can see a little better. So I'm right clicking on it, normal 2, and my lights go off again. There you go. So the smart dimension tool is here under sketch, smart dimension. Let me see. Yeah, it's not letting me do that. So let's see. Oh, it's between this line and this line. So yeah, I'm gonna click on like this to here. And right now it's 2.42. So let me see. I could do I could do like a 4 millimeter. It's up to you how you want the design to look. So you can do 2 and then 2 on this side and it'll even it out, and then you could do maybe 5 and 5 and do 10. So it'd be like 10 and a 4. So it'll be kind of like a little long in the bottom and go up like a pyramid and give you a little flat piece. Left click, and then I hit the oops, I didn't type in 2, check. So now it's 2 millimeters. A smart dimension from this point to this point, and then 2 millimeters. Check. So now that's so you see now that I use that center line to kind of even it out the distance. So it's making it even. I'm still off over here, so I'm going to let me see. Let's see. It went out of its a smart dimension. So I'll do this one to this one. Let's see. So it's letting. Let's see. Oh, it's not letting me anymore. Let's see. Sketch, smart dimension. Yeah, so I think I was just I didn't click on the sketch. That's why it was not letting me click on them. Uh so I mentioned, I think I said 5, so I'll do 5. And then I'll do 5 for that one. And I'm done with that. So now you see it created that little that side cap, if I guess, if you want to call it that way. So before it wasn't letting me click on them because I think I was on that sketch. So just make sure you're on that sketch. And when you're using the smart dimension tool, and then you should be able to click on the dots for the lines. When you click on smart dimension. So now I have a 10 and a 4. I use the center line, so it looks pretty good. And now yeah, and then I'm just gonna zoom in. So now the next part's pretty easy. You could kind of guess what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to extrude this piece. Let me see, changing the view. So I'm gonna extrude this piece over. I don't know how long I did it for this one. Let me see, I have some notes. So uh, let's see. Oh, I think I went only like 20 something. 19 millimeters. So I went 19 millimeters this way. But I mean, you can go all the way if you want to. Or if you want a different pattern, if you want it more pointy or circular, you could create that pattern. I'm just doing this one for today. So, let me see. Let me see. That's the extrude that we want. So it's under features. So I'm clicking on that. Uh, and it's this one. Do, do, do. Let me change the view. There you go. So that's the one I want right here, and then this one. And I think that should be it. Yeah. Okay. So I said 23 millimeters. Let's see. Right now it's 10. Oh, that's pretty big. Maybe not 23. Actually, it kind of looks like it is. Yeah. Let me see. I could shorten it if it's too. I'm just clicking on the arrow to shorten it. So there you go. Yeah, kind of like it there. So I'll just hit the check mark when I'm happy with it. And there you go. Now I have that little end piece there. So let's see. Now what else should we do? So now we need to create a pattern, unless you just want one. But yeah, if you want to create the pattern around here, that's pretty easy now. Now all we need to do is, let's see, use the revolve tool. Unless there's more things you want to do to this. I mean, some things you can do. I know that some have the hole on one of them, but you still need to do the revolve before. Um, that way they don't all have a hole. You could keep shaping this if you wanted to. It would be the same process. You would create a plane, like a mid plane or a plane right here on this side, and if you wanted to like cut this at an angle to give it a little bit of curve, yeah, you can draw like a triangle this way, triangle that way, and extrude in. Or if you want to leave it like this, that's another option. But anyway, let's see. Let's create that pattern. Uh, Trying to remember where all this stuff is. We're still like in Fusion 360. Yeah, the revolve cut, that's what we want to do. So that should be under, let me see. Yeah, under features. So the revolve cut is one of the things, yeah, we want to do. Is it the revolve? Let me see. Oh, no, no, not revolve cut. No, no. We want, I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's see. It's under this one, I believe. Yeah, not linear pattern. Revolve cut is something like if you wanted to, like I mentioned before, if you wanted to like cut into it, you can do that at the end. But yeah, let's see. Linear pattern, we want a circular pattern. Let's see. So it's asking for us to select. Let's see. We have to select. Oh yeah, we need to select. Let's see. There you go. You just need to select the axis. So I selected this one, the direction, and then you just have to tell it how many you want. So I mean that's up to you. And then the spacing, there should be equal spacing so that it's not like not all touching each other. So depending on the number that you add, it'll space them out equally. And if you go over, they'll just start overlapping. But I think that's probably the best right there. I just did 7, so all the way around. Then hit the check. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, you see now I have that. And then that's pretty straightforward, I think, for that. Yeah, it depends if you wanted to add more things to it. You can create a plane and start sketching on it like I did over here. Um, so pretty much, yeah, you would be able to follow the same steps that I told you here, but instead of adding that circle here, maybe you can add it over here, and then sketch on this to create whatever pattern you needed to on that one. You can also sketch from above it too, and uh, extrude the like your pattern down and join it to the lightsaber. So there's a lot of ways to go around this. But yeah, I'll leave the rest up to you to play around with this. I do plan to eventually do a workshop where once you have your lightsaber designed, I'll show you how to let me see. I have the blade. I'll show you how to make the circle to attach the blade to it, add some speakers to the bottom, a battery, holes for the off on switch. I'll show you how to hollow it inside for the cables, and then over here it'll be like an LED light so that when you turn it on, it makes a noise, and then you have your lightsaber. So you can use it to play around with, or you can just use it to decorate your room. It's up to you. But yeah, thank you for joining me today with this SolidWorks workshop. Uh, yeah, so like I kept mentioning Fusion 360, I'm a little more used to that one. But once you know one, the other ones are easy to learn because it's all the same tools that they have. It's just sometimes like you saw how the one feature we were using in here to reference the geometry in Fusion, it's just project. So it's a little simpler to find, but yeah, they're all kind of similar. So once you know one, you can hover around, use the one you feel more comfortable with. They all have their pros and cons, so you can't go wrong. But yeah, thank you anyways. And if you have any questions or you need a consultation to go over this a little more, yeah, feel free to email me. Go to our Creator Lab website. There's a Calendly link there. It's linked to my calendar, so you could choose a 30-minute or an hour time slot to meet with me, and I'll meet with you in the Creator Lab. And we have computers and everything with the software, and I can show you. I can go over this to explain it more and show you more if you want, or if you're already designing one, you're stuck on something, I can try to help troubleshoot that as well. Yeah, right. Thank you. And hopefully see everyone in the Creator Lab.